Happy BAFTA, everyone. This is such a major award show coming into Oscar evening, especially over the weirdos at Golden Globes, because this is where we can see maybe which direction international voters might be leaning towards. So last year, we had such an incredible crossover. We thought maybe Oppenheimer was going to be for sound. We thought Barbie for production design and costume design, but nope. It was Zone of Interest. It was Poor Things. Then coming into Oscars, we were like, maybe that was just a BAFTA thing. Yeah, it's probably just a BAFTA thing. It's probably still Oppenheimer, probably still Barbie, but nope. It was Zone and it was Poor Things. This is an important day for Anora too, because if Anora wins here, the Best Picture race, it's over, it's done. And if it loses here to say Brutalist or Conclave, then we come into Oscar night a little bit on pins and needles. Unless Anora wins SAG, then in that case, its chances are still pretty good. But still, the category we gotta look out for, I think, is original screenplay. I could see a world where BAFTA just says, no thank you, Anora, across the board, the same way they kind of did with Everything Everywhere All at Once. But things I want to see today. I want to see Flo get animated. I think that'd be really fun. If Ariana Grande wins here, I will lose my mind. And Anora, I think, winning any major prize. I would love to just see any acting category get a shakeup. Maybe Kieran Culkin. That would be interesting to see. Maybe someone like Guy Pearce win here. I think that'd be kind of fun. And also Anora winning any major prize would make me happy. But let me just stop rambling because I need to figure out how this whole Brit box thing works because the show is about to get started, isn't it? I won't do that again, sorry. All right, first category of the night, special effects. I have Dune Part 2, but I could see a world where maybe Better Man wins here. But BAFTA, let's just make life easy. Just do Dune 2 and I don't have to think about it. And the BAFTA goes to Dune 2.
Dune Part
Okay, all right. Whew. Okay, cool, all right. And again, I have to remind you that my reactions are often never really based on who actually wins. I just want to predict things more easily on Oscar evening. All right, next category is Best Children's Film. I think I have Wallace and Gromit, Most Foul. Yes. Come on, let's do Flo though. Be fun. Okay, it's Wallace and Gromit. Okay. Wallace and Gromit. So what does this mean for the Oscars? Nothing. Why am I reacting to it? I don't know. All right, this is outstanding British film from a writer, director, or producer. I have Kneecap. And I think it's gonna be pretty easily Kneecap, I imagine. Unless there's a surprise. Kneecap. Oh.
Oh, sorry. Kneecap, Rich.
Okay. I don't know what's going on there. Okay. Kneecap. Okay. All right, so now moving on to Best Original Screenplay. This is a very important category. I have The Substance, but if Anora wins here, it's winning the Oscar. It is winning the Oscar. If The Substance wins here, Anora can still win the Oscar. It's going to be a hard decision. So I don't know. But let's see what happens. If Anora wins here too, it's winning probably picture. Anora has the dialogue, and I think The Substance has the original story. So I'm kind of feeling like the original story typically takes the cake. Yeah, I could see an outside chance of A Real Pain. Maybe The Brutalist. If The Brutalist wins here, I think that's easily going to win Best Picture. A lot of laughs there for The Substance. It's probably The Substance. Come on, here we are. Come on.
A Real Pain.
A Real Pain! Wow! Hey, that's a good one. It's a good screenplay. And it has good dialogue, so I'm happy with that. I can't say I'm too surprised because, spoiler alert for an experiment I have coming up, but The Real Pain did surprise me in this experiment, so we'll see what happens. So what does this mean coming in the Oscars? I think this really just puts A Real Pain and Anora as that position, because I think if a screenplay win for Substance was coming, I think it would definitely have shown up here at BAFTA. The sensibility for Anora is a little bit more American, and Anora just won WGA. Now A Real Pain has BAFTA. So I think this is really still a race between the two. That's going to be very tricky, I think. But I do put Anora maybe as the slight edge to win over Real Pain at the Oscars. All right, moving on to adapted screenplay. This should easily be Conclave. If it's anything else, I will be completely shocked.
And the BAFTA goes to
Conclave. There we go. Woo! That's going to be Conclave's Oscar win of the evening. Or maybe it will get score. As much as I love surprises, I also love a good free category at the Oscars. Because my goal is to get all the categories right 1 year, just 1 year before I die. I want to get all the categories right. All right, moving on to Best Animated Film. Is it Wild Robot? Is it Flow? I would like to see a Flow personally, because I think that would be fun. Come on, here we go. Flow.
Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance.
Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul. Darn it. And by the way, not because it's not award worthy, I just really wanted to make my life easy for the Academy by predicting Flow. Personally, to go with Flow, I kind of needed to see it here. And this puts a little wrench in the works. I'm probably going to go with Wild Robot. Okay, we're moving on to Best Supporting Actor. Now, I don't think this is as locked up as everyone says it is. Yes, Kieran Culkin is probably going to win this, especially after winning A Real Pain in Screenplay, but I think there's some chance. I think there's some room for an upset to happen in this one, and I think the room would be in the form of Guy Pearce. Who would I like to see? I would like to see a Yura Borisov. I think that would be a fun one, because when I was looking at the category the other day, I was like, wow, you know what? Who would I choose from this category? And I realized I think I would choose Yura Borisov as my chosen winner. Clarence Macklin winning here would be fantastic. Would be an amazing moment after not getting the Oscar nomination to win BAFTA. That would be really cool to see. But because Kieran Culkin has just been walking, it's most likely Kieran Culkin. And they're probably just going to double stamp that. But let's take a look. The BAFTA goes to Kieran Culkin. There you go. Okay. Kieran Culkin, clean sweep for the season. Is Kieran Culkin not even there? All right, Best Supporting Actress. I think we know it's Zoe Saldana at this point. I think we're maybe theorizing there could be some shakeup in this category because of the old Amelia Perez thing. Unless the Amelia Perez fans split between Selena Gomez and Zoe Saldana, maybe that sneaks in for an Ariana Grande or a Isabella Rossellini. But I think it's going to be Zoe Saldana. Again, thank you, BAFTA, for showing clips. Here you go. And the winner is Zoe Saldana.
And the BAFTA goes to
Zoe Saldana. Okay. It looks like we got a full sweeperoonie in all 4 acting categories. But maybe Best Actress will have a little surprise in there. That's probably looking right now to be our most competitive category in actress. Demi Moore, Mikey Madison, Fernanda Torres. All floating there. All fighting for that win. Award presented earlier. They do this? Okay, let's see if I can pause this. All right, the first one looks like it's production design. I have Wicked. Let's see. It could be Dune 2. Could be that simple as well. Let's see.
The BAFTA
Wicked.
goes to Wicked.
Wicked, okay. Wicked's winning the Oscar. Okay, cool. Film in a non-English language film. I can't believe they didn't present this on the real show. It's got to be Amelia Perez, right? They really like Kneecap, but I'm going to go with Amelia Perez.
And the BAFTA goes to Amelia Perez.
Amelia Perez.
Whoa.
And Jacques Yardak's surprised for some reason. I'm not sure why. In terms of the Oscars, it still feels very much up in the air. I think the Oscars might just be going for Amelia Perez, to be completely honest. Again, there's the controversies, but I don't know if the controversies are enough to completely upset Amelia Perez in that category. I'm Still Here is obviously the biggest competitor of that category, and it getting into Best Picture definitely helps. Oh man, there's passion with I'm Still Here, and there was a lot of passion for Amelia Perez that's waning. So it's just a matter of whether that initial passion reaches below the I'm Still Here surging passion. And I don't know. It's so tough. All right, sound. This could be anybody, but I'm probably just going to go with the visual effects winner with Dune. But it could be The Substance, could be Wicked.
BAFTA goes to
Dune.
Dune Part 2.
Okay, Dune. All right, so Dune 2 is probably going to win the Oscar for sound. Cool. I love a good easy category. All right, original score. I think it's very close between Conclave and The Brutalist. I have The Brutalist, and if The Brutalist wins here, I think it's winning Best Film. But here we go.
In honor of Anthony Asquith goes to
The Brutalist?
Daniel Bloomberg.
Yeah, The Brutalist. Okay, so that means I don't think Conclave is going to win. So if they really enjoyed Conclave the film, and it's like a best film, that would go with score for sure. So I think Conclave is out for best film. All right, moving on to casting. Conclave's been kind of walking this season in terms of a lot of casting awards. If there's a surprise, maybe it's Anora, but I think it's going to be safely Conclave.
The the
see.
BAFTA goes to Sean Baker.
Oh, Anora! Really? I've been saying that Anora, I think, is going to win SAG Ensemble, and that's boding well for that prediction. Now we're moving on to editing, which is one of the trickiest categories at the Oscars. We don't know whether it's going to be Anora, Conclave, Amelia Perez, The Brutalist. These are all floating in there. Here, I think it could be Dune 2 because it just one sound and one visual effects, so maybe that could be like the action-y editing. I don't think it's going to be Conclave anymore. It didn't win score, so I think that's out. Amelia Perez, again, I think that could be a win here. It's very flashy editing. And then maybe it's Anora. If it's Anora, Anora's winning Best Film, I think. If it's Anora here, Anora is winning Best Film. Oh, gosh. Amelia Perez, huh?
BAFTA goes to
Nick Emerson.
Oh! Oh, my
My love.
Conclave. Well, me, what I just said. I would say we have to look at Ace Eddie to see who's the tiebreaker between that, but I don't think... Who won Critics' Choice again for editing? Oh, that's right. They went with challengers. They went with challengers, as they should have. I think the win for Conclave really kind of just really bumps Amelia Perez off the table and maybe The Brutalist, because I think Amelia Perez and The Brutalist was going to be more favored here at BAFTA than the Academy. So really, I think this just comes down to Conclave and then maybe Anora, because Anora might win film, right? I would say we have to check Ace Eddie to see what they're going to do, but I think they're after the Oscars this year, so they're not going to be very helpful. So yeah, right now I'm kind of leaning just with going Conclave for the Oscar, because I don't know if people will see Anora as a big editing achievement, and maybe they want to go for something a little bit more glossier and a little bit more higher production value. You know what, I'm just going to say, who won editing the year of Everything Everywhere? Editing was Everything Everywhere. All right, so that would bode for Anora. And who won the editing the year of Parasite? Because that's the other comparison I think that you can make. Because it was the Palme d'Or winner, got third place at TIFF, and also there's like multiple nominations that Bong Joon-ho got for director, screenplay, and editing. That's exactly what Anora basically got for Sean Baker. Oh, Ford versus Ferrari. Yeah, I'm probably just going to go with the winner, Conclave. I'm probably just going to repeat that at the Oscars. All right, moving on to Best Outstanding British Film. There's like 12 nominees here, but make no mistake about it, it's between Conclave or it's between Kneecap. And I had Kneecap, but I could see Conclave. All right, here we go.
and the BAFTA goes to
Kneecap?
Conclave.
Conclave! Whoa. Conclave is doing very well at BAFTA. Editing, screenplay. Ooh, editing and screenplay. That's pretty killer. That's a type of combo that wins Best Film. Ooh, gosh. All right, moving on to Best Director. Man, really important category at this point. We have Sean Baker. If he wins here, he's going to win Best Film at BAFTA. He's going to go on to win the Oscar. If Brady Corbet wins here, that just means that BAFTA didn't get the memo that we've shifted over here in the States over to Sean Baker because he won DGA. But that would put a little bit of suspense in the category. And that would obviously mean that The Brutalist wins Best Film here. And then we have Conclave, who's doing very well here. I don't think it's going to win here. But maybe. I don't know anymore. But yeah, I'm going to say Brady. Something tells me, though, that BAFTA doesn't get Anora, along with a lot of people in the world. They just don't get it. Here it is. I'm basically hearing Best Film right now is what I'm thinking.
Brady Corbet.
Brady Corbet. Okay, Brady Corbet. So The Brutalist is going to win Best Film here then. Oh, man. So what do we do with the Oscars now? Let's see. So DGA and PGA winner versus the BAFTA winner, who went almost exact last year. I feel like in order for Anora to win Best Film, obviously it's got to get director. So I'm still leaning towards Sean Baker for Best Director. But man, Brady Corbet is right there. He's right there. Voting for the Academy happened right after PGA and DGA, and it's closing tomorrow. This might move the needle a bit back for Brady, but I don't know. I think a lot of people have already put in their votes for Sean Baker. All right, awards presented earlier. We're doing this again. Okay, let me pause it. Cinematography, okay. Cinematography is going to be The Brutalist, I'm assuming.
And the BAFTA goes to The Brutalist.
The Brutalist, okay. Yeah, I think that's going to repeat at the Oscars. And then we have documentary, No Other Land.
Superman.
Oh, the Christopher Reeve story. Well, that was a possibility. I knew that, but ouch. All right, makeup and hair. That's got to be the substance. It's got to be the substance.
BAFTA goes to
Let's see.
the substance.
Okay. Nice to lock away another category yet again, and it should win this category, but yes. Costume design, Wicked.
And the BAFTA goes
Wicked
to
costume design.
Tasman.
There it goes. Yes, okay. Wicked, put another category away. Whew. We don't have to think about those categories. We can focus on actress. We can focus on director and on editing now. I don't got the time this week to think about these categories. All right, down to Best Actor. It's got to be Adrien Brody. And just like Golden Globes, when you give Best Actor and you give Best Director, doesn't that make you go, well, we got to give it Best Film? If there was an alternative, I guess it would be Timothée Chalamet. They went with Austin Butler and Elvis. Maybe Ralph Fiennes, but most likely not. I know Conclave's doing well, though, but probably not. So yeah, I think it's Adrien Brody.
Goes to
Adrien Brody. Okay. Clean sweep. He's doing a clean There'll Be Blood-like sweep. And he's gonna win the Oscar easily. It's a deserving winner. It would be my personal choice. Out of any category this year, this is not a category I would like to see a shakeup in. All right, moving on to Best Actress. Again, this is up in the air, right? Demi Moore, I guess I would give the edge still, but it didn't win Screenplay. So that opens the door a bit for Mikey Madison to sneak in there, but they're also not going heavy for Honora either. It missed original screenplay as well. But what would I like to see? I would like to see Marianne Jean-Baptiste. I would like to see her win a major award, but let's see what happens here. I mean, they showed a banger clip for Demi Moore in The Substance. It's probably gonna be Demi Moore.
Mikey Madison.
Whoa! Whoa! Oh my God! Mikey Madison just beat Demi Moore at BAFTA. Mikey Madison just beat Demi Moore at BAFTA. Mikey Madison just beat Demi Moore at BAFTA. I don't need this suspense in my life. Is it Honora or The Brutalist for Best Film? Is it Honora or Brutalist for Best Film? I think The Brutalist wins Best Film. I still feel like Demi Moore's winning. I don't know why. I feel like Demi Moore's going to win SAG and it's go right back. I think the States were a bit more emotionally driven by the narratives. I don't think they cling on to narratives as much as we do in the States. So I still feel like the narrative within the United States about Demi Moore is too strong. It's just so difficult too, right? Because the theme of The Substance with Demi Moore is that, you know, why do we disregard our older actresses? And for them to disregard an older actress for a younger, prettier actress is just like rubbing salt in the wound a little bit. Okay, Best Film. Okay, Best Film. Okay, Best Film. Okay, Conclave. Could it win Best Film? Maybe. It's doing pretty well today. The Brutalist. Yes, I think it's winning. But again, it's showing it's a soft win, right? It's not winning a lot. And then we have Amelia Perez. That's not winning. That's not winning. It would have won other places. That's not winning. Honora. If that wins here, it'd be amazing. I still don't think it's going to win here. A Complete Unknown? No, it's not winning. That hasn't won anything all day. The Brutalist. It's going to be The Brutalist.
The BAFTA goes to Conclave.
Oh my God. Oh my God. It's Conclave. Conclave. What? All right, well, SAG, your move. Ultimately, what do I think this all means? I think the only film that can win Best Picture at this point, Honora, Conclave, The Brutalist. In that order. I think the path for Honora is obvious. It won DGA, WGA, it won PGA, won the Critics' Choice Best Film. If it wins SAG, it's definitely over. Conclave, if that wins SAG Ensemble, then this win with Best Film here at BAFTA obviously shows some popularity. Then we get into Oscar evening. Definitely a bit more nervous. Maybe Conclave ends up being this year's kind of spotlight film. And I will say, I don't tweet that often, but when I do, I usually have something to say. And I said a couple weeks ago, I think this is between Honora and Conclave. And that's, I think, what it's shaping up to be. And then the third film, The Brutalist, one director here, one Best Actor. Could very much do the same with the Oscars. And with that strong combo, you can't really just bat that away and disregard it. So that's on the table as well. I do give Honora, I think, the odds favorite chance to win. I think Conclave winning here really just shows me what it showed at Critics' Choice, which is that there's not a clear favorite, that that it's coming down to votes this close or this close. I think that really just gives odds favorite to the film that I think that's going to perform well on the preferential ballot, which I think is Anora or Conclave. You know what? Let's actually go through these categories and see what I'm feeling about the Oscars in different categories based on the winners here. So writing, BAFTA went for A Real Pain. I think that just means that writing is going to be down to Anora or A Real Pain. I really don't think A Real Pain is something to disregard. The Substance took a big hit today. I think if The Substance was going to win original screenplay, it would win here. I think the fact that The Substance being a horror film, maybe it's showing to be a little too over the line for Academy taste at the end of the day. Like, okay, we like it, we'll nominate it, but no, it's not a win. Not a win thing. So I think for me, I'm backing down The Substance. My eyes are on Nora or Real Pain, and I really have to go back into the stats and see how often does a BAFTA Soul win for Real Pain go on to win the Oscar. Right now, I have a Nora taking that one at the Oscars. Visual effects, I'm glad Better Man didn't win here. Again, no reason related to what I think should win. Just in terms of wanting to make my life easy on Oscar prediction day, I think Dune 2 is going to win Best Visual Effects at the Oscars as well. And it's a Best Picture nominee, which really helps that. And then sound, we have Dune Part 2. That's what I'm going to predict for the Oscar. And then production design, I'm going to go ahead and go say Wicked. They went with Wicked. I'm going to say Wicked. That's what I was thinking before. They confirmed it. All right, original song, we're obviously going to do El Ma. Original score, I'm going to go with The Brutalist. I'm going with The Brutalist now. If Conclave was going to win this category, which I thought it could at the Oscars, it would win here at BAFTA, especially because they awarded it Best Film. So no, I think it's going to be The Brutalist. And then we go to makeup and hairstyling. It looks like BAFTA didn't love The Substance, didn't go Demi Moore for actress. Still, regardless, they still said, yeah, your makeup's good. So yeah, The Substance is still winning that at the Oscars. And then we have International Feature Film. They went with Amelia Perez. That's a really tricky one, right? That's very, very tricky. And it's going to be between I'm Still Here and Amelia Perez. Amelia Perez had so much initial buzz, had so much initial passion. And then we have I'm Still Here, which is just kind of building momentum and building passion, but it got into Best Film. And you know what that means? That means voters are now going to watch I'm Still Here. They can't avoid it. They're going to watch it. And will they like it more than Amelia Perez? I don't know. To me, I think the fact that Amelia Perez won Globes, won Critics, won BAFTA, to me, I don't think I can disregard that. I might lean Amelia Perez. I'm going to have to think about it a little bit more. I want I'm Still Here to win. I want it to win so badly, but I don't want my wants and desires to overcloud my better judgment. I think I'm going to still lean Amelia Perez for the Oscar. Now, Best Editing. Now, that's a tricky one, right? Because they went with Conclave, and they clearly liked Conclave. So they matched up their film, Best Film, with editing. That's what they did. They said, hey, our favorite film is Conclave. And editing, I don't know, they're all good. So we went with Conclave. This one is a tricky, I think this is the trickiest category of the evening at the Oscars because it's a category where Anora can win, The Brutalist can win, Conclave can win, Amelia Perez can win, and Wicked can win. They all can win. And then also Ace Eddie is not until after the Academy Awards, so they're not going to help us out. So we are left in the dark to choose to our own devices. I think it's between Anora and Conclave, and it's something I'm going to really have to consider. Go through the data, go through the stats. I'll try to find some good stats for you guys on this category. Right now, it's so difficult. I really do think that Anora winning this category might be a little too much love for Anora. I don't know if the Academy is going to see it as an editing achievement as much as I think it's deserving. I think I'm going to go with Conclave. I think it fits a more usual winner. I think they typically go for editing that's a little bit more flashier. I've compared Anora to Everything Everywhere All at Once, but again, I've said the passion is not as strong as that film. So I think there's got to be a Sean Baker win that doesn't come along, and I think this is the softest win for Anora that Sean Baker doesn't need. So I'm going to go with Conclave for now. All right, for documentary film, they went with the Superman movie. I'm going to still go with No Other Land. Then we get to direction, and it's a very close race between Sean Baker and The Brutalist. And in a close race, I really don't know what to do other than just to say, hey, I think Anora is going to win picture. It won DGA. I'm just going to go with whatever DGA says. It makes sense. It didn't win here. I wasn't expecting it to win here. So I'm not going to be emotionally scared to change my prediction now just because of this. I already knew this was going to happen today. So I feel the same way I did before this happened. And I'm going to say that Sean Baker wins. In fact, The Brutalist not winning Best Film should make me feel better about Sean Baker winning. And it does. So yeah, Sean Baker for direction I'm going to go with. Costume design. It's going to be Wicked. They went with Wicked. I think it's Wicked, so it's Wicked. Cinematography, I'm going to go with The Brutalist. I think that's one they can definitely throw to a Brutalist. They went with Brutalist. And then we get to the animated feature. Man, I wanted to go for Flow. I wanted to go for Flow so bad, but they didn't go for it. They went with Wallace and Gromit, which means that I'm going to likely just go with The Wild Robot. And then we get to actress in a supporting role. That's going to be Zoe Saldana. It's been a clean sweep, so it's going to be Zoe Saldana. Unless Ariana Grande wins SAG. Even if she wins SAG, I think Zoe Saldana is going to win. Because she's going to win the Oscar anyways, if you're a SAG voter, might as well just go for Ariana Grande, right? I mean, let's make it fun at least. And then we get to another category on Oscar evening that's going to be incredibly tight. We have Demi Moore and Mikey Madison. And I do not know what to do in this category anymore. I really don't. I think for this one, I will just go whoever wins SAG. If Demi Moore wins SAG, then we'll just go Demi Moore. If Mikey Madison wins SAG, I'll go Mikey Madison. Best actor in supporting role, it's Kieran Culkin. Thought there maybe could be a shakeup in that category. There's no shakeup. It's Kieran Culkin. He's walking the entire season. And then we get to Best Actor. That's going to be Adrian Brody, another walker. So those are my very quick Oscar updated predictions for you guys. But I want to know what you think. I have some awesome videos coming your way. I got the preferential ballot experiment by the industry and also that experiment by all of you. So check out that video later this week. Also, our yearly tradition, Yvette and I saw all the Oscar shorts yesterday. So we're going to be putting out an Oscar shorts breakdown and making final predictions there. And we have so many other videos. So feel free to hit the subscribe button down below. Follow me on Twitter, connect with me on Instagram, all that good stuff. Links in the bio. Thanks always for watching. And until next time, I will see you at the Oscars. Bye. No, I said I wasn't good.